7 Little Johnstons, following the cheating scandal, has Anna finally blocked her ex-boyfriend Darius? Recent update. Few families have drawn as much public attention in the constantly changing world of reality television as the Johnstons of 7 Little Johnstons. The TLC series, which focuses on Trent and Amber Johnston and their 5 children, all of whom have achondroplasia, a kind of dwarfism, has given viewers a close-knit, frequently endearing, and sometimes dramatic glimpse into their everyday life in Forsyth, Georgia. The eldest daughter, Anna Johnston, is one of the family members who has attracted sizable fan bases. Her transformation from a bashful adolescent to a self-assured young lady negotiating love, independence, and self-discovery has been a major plot point in recent seasons. Anna's romantic life has been the subject of media attention and fan conjecture over the past year, especially in relation to her intermittent relationship with Darius Stewart. At first, their 2022 romance was shown as endearing and encouraging. Their relationship seemed to be based on respect for one another and similar experiences, and Darius, who also had dwarfism, seemed to appreciate the special difficulties Anna experienced. But as adultery accusations started to circulate online in early 2023, things started to fall apart, swiftly becoming into what many fans now call the cheating scandal. Subtle clues started to surface on social media, even though neither Anna nor Darius officially acknowledged the accusations at first. The enigmatic posts from Anna, who is well known for her unguarded Instagram stories and TikTok updates, dealt with betrayal, trust, and moving on. Although numerous followers pointed out questionable activity on Darius' social media profiles, such as likes and comments on posts from other women during periods when he and Anna were allegedly together, Darius kept mostly silent in the meantime. In a now-famous episode of Season 10 of 7 Little Johnstons, Anna sobbed as she confided in her mother Amber about feeling disrespected and questioning everything in her relationship, bringing the tension to a head. The makers of the show skillfully trimmed the portion, probably to avoid legal issues or premature disclosure, but the connotation was clear: Anna thought Darius was cheating. The season's unresolved conclusion left viewers lingering and fueled countless forum discussions, Reddit threads, and YouTube reaction films that broke out every single frame of Anna's speech and body language. By the beginning of 2024, it seems that things have reached a clear turning point. Anna has now taken the bold decision to ban Darius from all social media platforms, including Instagram, Snapchat, and even mutual group conversations, according to numerous reliable fan accounts and social media detectives who keep a careful eye on the Johnston family's online activity. Given Anna's history of providing second, and perhaps third, opportunities, this move, though relatively insignificant in the big picture, carries a lot of emotional weight. According to family sources who are not formally connected to TLC or the Johnstons, Anna made her decision following a last, private altercation in late December 2023. Darius allegedly confessed to emotional infidelity and crossing boundaries with another lady during a time when he and Anna were taking a short break during this talk, which was supposedly conducted at the Johnston family home with Amber present for support. Even if he refrained from admitting to physical infidelity, the admission was sufficient to destroy any remaining trust between them. His answer wasn't enough for Anna, who has been candid in previous interviews about wanting a spouse who is honest and faithful. An insider with knowledge of Anna's mentality told an entertainment outlet last week, "She's been through enough. She understood she didn't need to put up with half-hearted love or mixed signals, and she's grown so much over the past 2 years, building her confidence, starting her own business, and advocating for the dwarfism community." In fact, one of the most interesting storylines on 7 Little Johnstons in recent seasons has been Anna's personal development. She started a modest but successful online business offering carefully chosen clothing for people with dwarfism after first being reluctant to advocate for herself or follow her aspirations outside of the family circle. She has also emerged as a strong social media champion, utilizing her following to dispel myths and advance inclusivity. She seemed to have had the courage to leave a relationship that no longer worked for her because of her newfound freedom. Darius's blocking represents more than just the conclusion of a love relationship, it also represents Anna's dedication to her personal well. "Peace is louder than drama," Anna wrote in a recent Instagram post that many followers took as a farewell to the relationship. Protecting my energy is my responsibility. The caption, which was accompanied by a calm image of her hiking by herself at dawn, struck a deep chord with fans who have seen her transform from a people-pleasing teenager into a confident young adult. Remarkably, Darius has not discussed the split or the blocking in public. He is still active on social media, but there are notably few mentions of Anna or their time together. Some people think he's just moved on without any fanfare, while others think he's trying to discreetly repair his reputation. In any case, his quiet contrasts sharply with Anna's assertive posture. Whether the conflict with Darius will be discussed in future 7 Little Johnstons episodes has not yet been confirmed by TLC. It is very possible that Anna's heartbreak, and eventual healing, will be examined in season 11, which is anticipated to debut later this year, given the network's propensity to emphasize interpersonal issues for ratings. Viewers can expect heartfelt conversations with Trent and Amber, encouraging moments with siblings Jonah, Elizabeth, Emma, and Alex, and possibly even the introduction of a new romantic interest as part of Anna's new beginning, if previous seasons are any guide. Beyond the reality TV plot, however, Anna's agency is what matters most in this situation. Anna's decision to block Darius and put her mental health first sends a strong message in a field where young women, particularly those with disabilities, are sometimes portrayed as docile or reliant. It emphasizes that leaving toxic relationships is not a sign of failure but of courage, and that love should never come at the expense of one's dignity. Her supporters have gathered in large numbers. Messages like "You deserve better, Anna," and "So proud of you for choosing yourself" are common in the comments section of her latest posts. Her courage and clarity have been praised even by erstwhile detractors who had questioned her decision to stay with Darius. This outpouring of support demonstrates how viewers relate to the Johnston family, who have successfully humanized the experience of dwarfism while navigating universal issues of love, family, and identity over the course of 10 years on television. Naturally, the path to recovery isn't always straight. In recent interviews, Anna has made it clear that she is taking some time to look after herself. She is traveling, re-establishing contact with old acquaintances, and even contemplating moving to a new city in order to grow her business. When she spoke on a podcast last month, she said, "I'm learning that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. In order to hear your own voice again, sometimes you need space." Darius's future is still up in the air. Even though he hasn't played a major role in 7 Little Johnstons, his brief period of fame has left a complex legacy. It remains to be seen if he will make an effort to make amends, apologize in public, or disappear. However, it is evident that Anna's story is no longer connected to his. Anna's experience appears surprisingly real in the larger context of reality TV, where relationships are frequently staged or twisted for dramatic effect. Her suffering, her skepticism, and finally her choice to sever her relationship are examples of emotional intelligence in real life rather than a staged conflict. It serves as a reminder that real people are making real decisions with real repercussions behind the scenes and well-crafted narratives. Additionally, Anna's trip brings to light a crucial discussion regarding limits in the digital age. Blocking someone is a psychological border and a statement that one's peace is non-negotiable, not just a technological function. Seeing a popular figure like Anna set an example of this behavior can have a significant effect, especially on younger audiences. It normalizes the notion that it's acceptable to distance yourself from someone who has harmed you, to preserve your energy, and to avoid interacting with them. The Anna Darius chapter might soon be forgotten as 7 Little Johnstons continues to document the family's significant events, such as college graduations, job launches, and new relationships. However, its importance should not be understated. It marks a sea change for spectators' perceptions of resilience as well as for Anna. 7 Little Johnstons. Before splitting from boyfriend Darius, Anna Johnston was expecting a child? Shocking information disclosed. Few families have drawn as much public attention in the constantly changing world of reality television as the Johnstons of 7 Little Johnstons. The show, which revolves around Trent and Amber Johnston and their 5 kids, Jonah, Elizabeth, Anna, Emma, and Alex, provides a close-up view of a family whose members all have achondroplasia, a kind of dwarfism. As the Johnston children have negotiated the challenges of adolescence, young adulthood, relationships, and personal development on national television, viewers have become emotionally invested in them over time. Among the siblings, Anna Johnston has become a favorite among fans due to her honesty about the difficulties she has encountered as well as her lively nature and creative enthusiasm. The story swiftly became centered around her romantic relationship with Darius Stewart, which started in 2021 and was heavily covered on the program. Audiences responded well to the couple's connection, mutual support, and similar passions for fashion and music. But in early 2023, their love ended suddenly and emotionally, leaving admirers devastated and wondering what went wrong. Almost immediately after their breakup was announced, rumors started to circulate, but none were more explosive than the assertion that Anna was pregnant prior to the split and that this may have contributed to their choice to divorce. The 7 Little Johnstons fan base was rocked by this rumor, which spread on social media and in entertainment news sources. Does it have any truth, though? Or is this just another illustration of how quickly false information spreads in the digital age? Re-examining the chronology of Anna and Darius's relationship is crucial to comprehending the background of these rumors. They started dating in late 2021 after initially meeting through mutual friends. They were widely featured on Season 8 of 7 Little Johnstons by early 2022 as their romance swiftly took off. The audience observed as they helped one another overcome obstacles in their personal and professional lives, Anna pursuing her love of fashion design and social media content creation, and Darius pursuing his music career. In late 2022, cracks appeared despite their seeming compatibility. Fans observed less combined appearances on and off the show, and the two social media activities became less regular. In an emotional Instagram post by January 2023, Anna acknowledged the split and thanked Darius for the experiences, but added that they had grown in different directions. Many teenage viewers who were dealing with their own relationship issues found resonance in her emphasis on the need of self-improvement and setting limits. Rumors of a potential pregnancy started to circulate soon after this statement. An anonymous user who claimed to be close to someone in Anna's circle posted a TikTok video that has since been removed, which seems to be the source of the rumor. According to the video, Anna found out she was pregnant in late 2022 but decided not to carry the pregnancy to term, which ultimately led to the couple's breakup. The post was shared hundreds of times in a matter of hours despite lacking any verified evidence, such as screenshots, identities, or supporting information. The rumor spread from there. With dramatic headlines like Anna Johnston secretly pregnant before Darius breakup, and shocking reason behind 7 Little Johnstons stars split revealed, tabloid websites, desperate for views, rehashed the unproven accusation. Although none of these pieces included direct statements or named specific people, they frequently referenced sources close to the family or insiders. In the meantime, conjecture abounds in fan forums and comment sections, with some people voicing compassion for Anna, others condemning her decisions, and yet others raising ethical concerns about the dissemination of such private information without permission. Because reproductive health is such a personal matter, this rumor is especially worrisome. A pregnancy is a very personal subject, regardless of whether it is planned, unplanned, continued, or ended. There are significant ethical concerns regarding privacy, permission, and the obligations of media organizations and social media users when such a delicate subject is turned into the subject of public conjecture, particularly when it involves a young woman who is still in her early 20s. Anna responded to the increasing conversation by carefully crafting a series of social media postings that addressed the issue, though not directly. Your worth isn't defined by your relationship status, your body, or the rumors people spread about you, she wrote in a February 2023 Instagram Stories post. Keep your peace. Although it wasn't a direct denial, many saw the tweet as a subtly critical response to intrusive rumors about her private life. Around the same time, Amber Johnston, her mother, offered her opinion in a podcast interview. Amber underlined the value of limits when questioned about the family's strategy for dealing with media attention. There are things that are just for us, but we share a lot on the show, she stated. Just because our children are on television doesn't mean that everything about their lives is public property, they are real people with real feelings. Interestingly, neither Darius nor Anna have ever announced that they are expecting. Darius, who has mostly kept quiet after the split, has made no comments regarding the rumors. Following its usual practice of avoiding discussing cast members' personal lives unless it is necessary to further the plot of the show, TLC, the network that broadcasts 7 Little Johnstons, has also refrained from responding to the rumors. Furthermore, a detailed analysis of Anna's social media activities and public appearances during the said period shows no hard proof of the pregnancy. Throughout late 2022 and early 2023, her lifestyle, constant travel, public appearances, and regular posting remained mostly the same, and there were no discernible changes in her physical appearance that would indicate pregnancy. This raises questions about the story that a pregnancy was a major contributing factor to the separation, even while it doesn't confirm the rumor outright because many pregnancies, especially early ones, are not readily visible. It's also important to take into account the larger background of how young women in the spotlight are frequently the targets of intrusive scrutiny over their bodies and reproductive options. Unfounded pregnancy rumors are often directed at female reality stars in particular, sometimes as a kind of gossip, sometimes as an explanation for relationship changes, and sometimes just because their bodies are made into public spectacles. For women with disabilities, who already deal with societal prejudices regarding their sexuality, autonomy, and capacity for parenthood, this dynamic is exacerbated. Being a woman with achondroplasia, Anna Johnston lives at the nexus of these prejudices. Because media representations of people with dwarfism have historically infantilized or desexualized them, it is all the more noteworthy that Anna has been portrayed as a complex young woman with personal aspirations, professional goals, and emotional depth. Whether the pregnancy rumor is accurate, it runs the risk of distilling her nuanced personality into a single, dramatic story. Anna has spent the last few months concentrating on starting over after her separation. She has started a popular clothing line, worked with well-known companies, and persisted in using her position to promote body positivity and disability awareness. Themes like self-love, resiliency, and creativity abound in her Instagram account, indicating that she is focusing her energies on her career and personal development rather than on her former relationships. Darius has also made progress. In addition to performing at various places and releasing new music, he has also thanked his fans for their support. As Anna indicated in her breakup essay, their paths have obviously diverged, even though neither has publicly disparaged the other. The shocking truth about the pregnancy rumor, then, is what? The most logical conclusion is that the claim is unfounded based on the available facts and the lack of any reliable corroboration. It seems to have resulted from conjecture, false information, and the internet's voracious need for drama. The rumor stays just that, a rumor, until Anna, Darius, or a reliable source make a comment. Nevertheless, the event is a potent reminder of the human cost of internet rumors. Even if the story were accurate, Anna would be the one telling it, not a viral TikTok theory or a tabloid article. Regardless of her public persona, she should be allowed to maintain her right to privacy, dignity, and autonomy over her own story. As viewers of 7 Little Johnstons, we must keep in mind that although the program provides a glimpse into the lives of the Johnston family, it is still a carefully edited portrayal. Compassion, not speculation, is what the real people behind the screen deserve. At a young age, Anna Johnston has already shown incredible fortitude in juggling family, tragedy, and celebrity. The most shocking truth may not even be about a pregnancy, but rather the fortitude of a young woman who chooses to live true to herself in a society that frequently expects her to do otherwise.